Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Quantum Leap Thursday morning pre-market session and trade plan setup for July 17th, 2014. We're going to have a smaller crowd in today because I didn't open up to Twitter because I was late doing my analysis on the Russell this morning. So we're going to jump right into it. There's the disclaimer. You guys are all members so that you all know. Trading futures are risky. You could lose more. Past results is not indicative of future results. Blah 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 blah. Okay, there's our disclaimer. All right, so let's talk about where we are. Well, currently, right now, in the Russell, we're coming down to this key level at 37.50, and I'm going to do the Russell first this morning because it's clearest in my mind. I did just post the levels and the hypotheses for you, so go ahead and read through those. We didn't have a real big reaction off of the housing news and the unemployment, but we are, trading right near a key line in the sand, down here at 1137.50. Now, overnight, we did breach that level, and we went down to 1135.20. And responsive buyers did step in. They found value just above that 37.50 at the 38, and our overnight VPOC is 38. Our overnight low right now is down at 35.20. Our overnight VPOC, 38, and it's not likely to change. Okay, and then, we've got two key levels I want you to watch this morning on the open. We've got this 1140, it's just shifted, or no, is it? I just open it up. You've got this LVN right here at 40.30, and we're just coming up and testing it now. If we can get back above that, we're going to likely move to test the first level above us, okay, which will be this 1142.90. There's actually a micro composite where they tried to hold value here at 41.10. So, above 40, that LVN at 40, what was it at? Let me do this. This is probably easier. I'm a little scatterbrained this morning, trying to get all this done. This key level right now at 40.30, if we stay above it, look for a move to, this first microcomposite VPOC here at 41.20. This is the first, this is where they tried to hold value before they went down to make that swing low. So 41.20 is going to be a target above. And then if we can get above that and stay above the VWAP, even before the open, I'm expecting a move up to test the range low at 42.90. It looks like they're finding some support finally here. The overnight the overnight high is all the way up at the VPOC here at 47.70. So just right at yesterday's VPOC. So I can get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Overnight high is 47.80. I'm sorry, 47.70. So I'm going to send that back to the back so you can see the VPOC, because I think the VPOC is more important. So here's what we got to look at. Okay, we've got two key areas. Okay, the 37.50. Okay, we've got a minor area here at 1140.20. We're trading right on it right now. So if we break below this 1140.20, we're likely to come down and test the the overnight balance at 38 and test this 3750 CLVN. This to me is important, but because we've got the overnight low and they stepped in, they might go in down and try to take out that overnight low again. We have a CHVN here at 1134.80, and that will be an area that I'm hoping that the buyers are going to step in and take out the overnight low and then hold there. But if we hold the 3750, look for that rotation back up to test and break through this this LVN from the Globex, and first target being 41.25, but really looking to make a move up to the range high at 42.90 and test that. You know, if we can get back inside of range, okay, then we've got some, you know, clear targets above that, you know, at this, you know, 46.30 value area low from the prior day, and that's going to be your first target above. It's also going to be a trade area. There's really not much here to hold us back from a move up to test that, and I think if they get, you know, back into the prior day range, psychologically they're going to go for that value area and try to get us, you know, clearly back in this upper distribution, you know, around this 3750 and this 54.60. You do have a key number just above, and this is a very important number, this 1150.30. This 1150.30 is the value area low from, remember that drawing that I drew on Sunday. You've got your accumulation zone here, and then you've got your distribution zone here. Value area to the distribution, value area to the accumulation. The microcomposite of the accumulation is down here at 1160, 1640. That's also the composite VPOC going back to October the 9th, 2013. The value area low of the upper distribution is this 1150.30. So if we get above that, okay, you've got some clear targets, you know, just inside of that. So you've got, and it's also right there at an LVN at 49.60 from yesterday. So that 50.30 is really going to be a key factor on hoping, you know, getting inside and continuation and getting a, you know, a rally today to go up and test some of these upper levels. The first target above that is going to be the 52.70. That's the 5-day microcomposite VPOC that we've been trying to hold value at, that we just fell out of value overnight. So the first target above is that 52.70. Well, I'm sorry. It's going to be the value area high first at you know, 52. But if we break out of that value area, the first target will be that 52.70. And then once we're, you know, up here, you've got some minor resistance here at the CLVN at 54.60, and you also have an LVN at 54.20. So I'm going to, you know, mark that as possible resistance above the value area. But the key will be whether or not we can come up and test that 55 area, and if we can break out of that 55.80, you know, then we're back into this continuation of the trend up, and your target, the main target above that is going to be your 59.10 again. And then the other side of balance around that 59.10 is going to be 61.50. And then anything above 61.50, you've got two clear targets. You got 65, 65.50 area. Okay, and then above that, you know, you got a clear move back into the center of this balance in this accumulation zone at 1168.30. And then, of course, you got the naked close up here at 1170, and there's no real resistance here until we get back up into that 7650. And I don't think we're going to get much more than that, even if we get a strong rally going on the Philly Fed news today. I can't draw this here. Come on. There we go. And then, of course, above that, you've got the value area high for this distribution is shifted down to 1180.10. It's not going to let me do it that way, is it? And then, of course, if we break outside of value, then we've got some move up. But I don't think we're going to get that big a move up. Come on. Computer's not working great today. All right. So if we get below this 1137, look for them, to go down for that overnight low. But if we break the 34.75, your first target below is going to be this 1130.60. Well, there's a little target here at that 33 level. 33.10 is the price that was the last price we accepted before we broke out of that value. So 33.10 will be your first target below. Come on. And then, of course, you've got the 30.60 just below that. So these are two good targets below. And then below 36, the other side of that balance, the lower side of that balance is going to be down here at 1126.70. And then if you get below that, look for that move down to the main targets below, which are 1120 and 1116. And you can see these, these are recurring, numbers. So you guys should all know these by heart by now. 1116.40, right? 1116.40. And I'm not expecting a move, much bigger than this. Maybe down to the 1112.90, other side, the lower side of balance around that. But that's basically, I'm thinking that's a pretty big range for the Russell. So let's go take a look at the ES. All right. So currently, we've got basically a pretty toothy profile overnight. Our close yesterday on the ES was 1974.50. Clearly, inventory is short overnight. So, and we're going to be opening up right at a key naked VPOC and a key CHVN. So let's put our numbers for overnight in. Overnight 75. And our overnight low 61. $51.50. Come on. Oh, overnight low. All right, and then our overnight VPOC is not likely to shift. It's at 69.50, which is just inside of the prior day range. So no real key CLVNs that I'm looking at other than the 68.20, but I don't think it's going to hold any resistance because you've got the range low at 69.25. What do you need, Howard?
Just noting that you marked your overnight low as a target rather than an overnight low.
Oh, did I? Thank you. all over the place. 6150, right?
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you. Okay, Howard's got my back. All right, so let's take a look at where we are in the big picture. We're still inside of the 3-day balance, okay, at the 67.50. And we've got the naked VPOC at 67.75 and the naked close at 68. I would expect on the open that we're going to take out the 67.75 naked VPOC and the 68 naked close and a push up to test this range high at 69.25. 69.25 is going to be my level to the upside. Okay, I'll be looking for the initiative sellers to stay involved and push us down to test that 65.25 CLVN. 65.25 is going to be my other trade zone off of the open. Okay, if we break that, then I'm looking for them to go down. Okay, and we have to be worried about getting stuck in the wick. Okay, from 2 days ago, and this this gap area between, and I'm worried that could be a possibility that we get stuck down here today. And I think 65 is really going to define that. Really it's going to be 69 whether or not we stay outside of out of the range. But if we do, then we're likely to come down and test all the way back down here to this 59 area. You got the 60 because we'll take out the overnight low, and they'll come down here and come down to see if they can find buyers at this 59, 58 level. So that is going to be a key level, and this is where I would expect where I like to enter on low volume nodes. I'd be looking to see if we find responsive buyers down there to hold us up and keep us inside the wick. As you can see, this area of the profile is pretty blunt here. But the first key level for a move down to test that overnight low and that 59 area is going to be that 65.25. If we can get back inside, if they come up on the open and they take out the naked VPOC and the naked close and test the range, and we get inside a range above that 69, then you're up in the value area. That value area low from the 3-day microcomposite, microcomposite is at that 68 as well. But I'm really using 69 because I think it's a more relevant number in the context. Then I'd be looking for a move, and the first target is going to be that CHVN at 71. And I want to get in and get funded before I get to 71 for a move up to test the value area low at 72. And then above that, you've got a clear shot to go up and take out the naked close at 74.50 and the VPOC, which is both right there, and our overnight high at 75. And just above that, 75.50, you've got your value area high. So this area right here will be targets just in front of a value area, and that puts us up in around the CHVN. Around the 74 as well. Above that, the value area high is the 75.50. So our value area high from the last while is, and I didn't move yesterday's, is 75.50. So this whole area, okay, of balance going back to that 0630. And actually I can bring in these 2 days. Nothing changes it there. I don't think anything's going to change it, taking it all the way back here. That takes it back down to the 52. We already know about that 52 level. So to me, the value area high, the big value area high is that 75, and it's right there at our value area high yesterday. So above that, we're getting outside of value, and then I think we can go. We have a weak high right now at this 78. So I think if we can get above this value area, they're going to go in and finally, make a move to, take out that weak high and go. We still have a measured move, gang, to that 82 and a quarter that we have not violated. We have not gone down and violated that cup and handle at 52.75. So if we get a move up, we could get a strong move up, but we have to be cognizant that we could get stuck in the wicks here. And if we do even get inside of yesterday's, range and value, we could just grind around and chop around today. But if they get any strength and they break the 75, then we've got a good shot up there. If we see more weakness, I'm not looking for much more of a move down below this this 55, 56 area. But if we do, we break this 55 and a quarter, and that's actually shifted up to 56 now, 56 and a quarter. Take that out. $56 and a quarter. A break below that 56 and a quarter is likely going to give us a move down to that 52, 75, 53 area again. And then we have to look at if 51 doesn't hold, then targets below are 47.75, 44 and a quarter, and 42. And I think we've got an interim top in for the time being, and we're going to push down towards this 27 level. If not down to where I'm watching down here at this 1914. Let's take a look, quick look at gold, and then we're going to call it a session. Gold last night was a good short to get in, get funded, and then they popped it back up again. So it was kind of, got in, get funded, make $110, and then get taken out one tick below your entry. So key right now is going to on gold today, especially if we see some more weakness in the indices. If we break above this 1304, I think it's going to be a pretty good long into, and I would want to get in and get funded, before 1308.40. At least start moving your stop up. Of course, I always take the the 10 tick fund on gold. And then take risk off the table by moving one tick in front of my my entry. Above the 1308 level, then I'd be looking for a nice strong move up into this 1315.80. We made the move down to 1293. I kept on threatening that was a possibility. It became a reality, and we went down. It was a beautiful opportunity to get back long gold, and now the key is, can we get back above the 1305, 1306 level and get the move up to the composite. The composite didn't shift though, so you've got to have a clear move above 1305 in order to, think that you're going to get a move back, because otherwise we could come down again and test this level again. The 3-day, actually, going to bring the 3rd day in. The 3-day microcomposite VPOC is still down at this 1298 area. So if we can't, get above this 1305 area, 1306, then we're likely going to have to come down here to 98, but I really think the number is going to be down here at this 1293, 1294 area again. So that's what I'm looking at gold. Sorry this session is all over the place this morning. I wasn't really prepared, but those are my thoughts and my hypotheses, and we'll see what the market gives us this morning. I do think we're going to take out the 67, 75, 68, regardless on whether or not we can get back inside of yesterday's value. It's going to be a quick, flutter on the open if we don't do it even before the open. We're trading, 9:13 Eastern, 8:13 Central, so we still have time. Let's take a quick look at just where we are in the Keltner, see if they give us any additional information. So the Keltner center line is 66.50. We're currently above it, so that gives us hope that we're going to get a move up towards that 69.25. If we hold above the Keltner center line, test of the upper line will give us 71.75, which is basically our first target at 71 taken out, and then see if we get to walk the line, break the value area low, and go up and walk the line up to 74.50. If we break 66.50, there you have that 61.25 coming into play, and that will take out the overnight low. And by the time we get there, we're likely to be, in the 59 area for the lower Keltner, and we just took out the 67.75. So this is going to get taken out on the open, and it'll all be about what type of open we get. Do we get an open drive, or do we get an open rejection reversed by hitting the 69.25 and the responsive seller stepping in, or do we get a open test drive and test the 65 and then the 69.25 and then the seller step in? Going to be not going to be a real fun open, so be careful. Know where you're wrong quickly. So that is going to complete the morning pre-market session. As always, trade well, trade safe. We'll catch you on the flip side.